Hello friends, Kurt Berglund with you for APBA Hall of Fame set baseball tournament action. We are up to, don't tell me, because I have it right here. We are up to game 34. And here are your standings. The way that the Hall of Fame tournament works is it's a King of the Hill tournament. And so if you win, you keep playing as the home team. If you lose, you wait your turn until it comes back around to be your turn again to try and get a victory. Last game, the 1981 to the present National League team defeated the Negro Leagues squad and became the new King of the Hill. And you can see from my very, very expertly designed graphic of a crown that the 1981 to the present National Leaguers are indeed the King of the Hill. That's the good news. The bad news is they only have 3 wins in this tournament to date. And the only teams to make the playoffs are the top 2 teams, the first 2 teams to get to 10 wins. We have a tie at first place right now between the Negro Leagues and the 1981 to the present American League team with 6 wins. We have 3 teams we have 2 teams tied at 5 victories each. So it's still anybody's race, but it would be a good idea if the National Leaguers from 1981 to the present want to be around later in the season for them to start winning. Their opponents today, the 1961 to 1980 squad, and as you can see, that is one of our 5-win teams. So if the 1961 to the 80s win today, and they are the visiting team, there will be a 3-way tie for first place at 6 wins. I put the losses on this board, but the losses don't really matter because the first 2 teams to 10 wins are the World Series teams. End of story. The opposing pitchers today are a couple of Dodger right-handers. For the homestanding 1981 to the present National League, it is Oral Herscheiser. He is a B pitcher with a YZ modifier. And for the visiting 1961 to the 80s team, it's Don Sutton. Don Sutton is an A pitcher with an XZ modifier. Let's go to the starting lineups and get today's game underway. There's a lot on the line for both of these ball clubs. For the visiting 1961 to 80 Hall of Famers, leading off at second base, it's Joe Morgan. Batting second in left field, Frank Robinson. Batting third in center field, Hank Aaron. Batting fourth in right field, Reggie Jackson. Batting fifth at third base, Harmon Killebrew. Batting sixth at first base, Carl Yastrzemski. Batting seventh behind the plate, Johnny Bench. And batting eighth at shortstop, Louis Aparicio. There's Don Sutton. There's his A rating grade and his XZ modifier. All right, for the 1981 to the present National League Hall of Famers, Tim Raines leads off at left field. Ryan Sandberg bats second at second base. And near Hall of Famers, also included in the set, Barry Bonds in center field today, batting third. Sammy Sosa batting fourth in right field. Jeff Bagwell bats fifth at first base. Gary Sheffield will bat sixth at third base today. Gary Carter will bat seventh and be behind the plate, and Ozzie Smith will bat eighth and play shortstop. On the mound is Oral Herscheiser. He is a B pitcher with a YZ modifier, as I mentioned. Both of these teams are fielding 1 APBA ball clubs. All right, so with the preliminaries out of the way, let's get ready for some King of the Hill tournament action. Leading off and stepping into the batter's box is now Joe Morgan against Oral Hersheiser. And here we go. The pitch to Morgan is a comebacker gloved by Hershiser. He takes a couple steps toward Bagwell, and there's one gone in the first. Here's Frank Robinson. Robbie lifts one in the air to right field. Sammy Sosa taps his thigh a few times with his glove and makes the catch for out number 2. And here's Henry Aaron. Hershiser's pitch to him is lifted in the air to left, but not deep. Under it is Tim Raines, and he puts it away for out number 3. We are done in the top of the first. Here come the National Leaguers. Sutton will face Raines, Sandberg, and Bonds in the bottom of the first. Pitch to Timmy. Hit to left, Dying Quail. Here comes Frank Robinson for the catch, and there's one gone in the first. Ryan Sandberg up. Pitch to Rhino is a ground ball to Aparicio. Louis gloves it and throws to Yaz, who can't dig it out of the dirt. It's an E6. And E6 on Aparicio as Sandberg reaches safely. 1 out, 1 on for Barry Bonds. Sutton the stretch, checks Rhino, and the delivery is hit high in the air to center field. Under it is Henry Aaron. And there's 2 down. And here comes slamming Sammy Sosa. Pitch from Sutton is strike. Oh, I'm sorry. It's popped up on the infield. Louis Aparicio is going to catch this one, and that will retire the National Leaguers in the first. We've played 1, and there is no score. Hershiser will face Jackson, Killebrew, and Yastrzemski, lefty, righty, lefty, in the second. The pitch to Reggie is a foul ball. 0-1. And that's ball 4. Reggie takes his base, and that'll bring up Killebrew with nobody out. Hershiser the stretch. The delivery hit to left, high but not deep. Under it is Tim Raines for out number 1 in the second. Yastrzemski up. Pitch from Hershiser is drilled to right toward the gap. Sammy Sosa on the run gets there for out number 2. And now it's Bench. Probably the MVP of this team so far is Johnny Bench. The pitch from Hershiser is chopped off Hershiser's glove, rolls towards Ozzie Smith, but he doesn't have a play anywhere. Everybody's going to be safe. Jackson reaches second, sliding. Bench makes first. There's 2 on with 2 outs for Aparicio. Hershiser the stretch, and the delivery is a 10 ground ball comebacker, gloved by Hershiser. He throws to Bagwell, and that'll retire the 61-80s in inning number 2. Here comes the National Leaguers against Sutton. Bagwell, Sheffield, and Carter, righty, righty, righty. Pitch to Baggy is a hanger. He swings, and it's into the left center field gap. It's going to split Robinson and Aaron and roll to the wall. Bagwell's around second and will hold there with nobody out. Sheffield comes to the plate. Sutton's got a jam going. Carter on deck. The pitch to Sheffield. That's a 15. Base hit to left. Reaches Robinson on one hop. Bagwell stops at third as the throw comes in to Harmon Killebrew, who cuts it off. So there's National Leaguers at the corners now with nobody out for Carter. Infield at double play depth. Sutton the stretch, and the delivery is hit in the air to center field. Under it is Aaron. Tagging is Bagwell. Aaron's throw toward home plate, cut off by Yastrzemski. Bagwell scores, and it's 1-0 National League. Sheffield holds at first, and now it'll be Ozzie Smith with 1 out. 1-0 National League. Pitch to Ozzie is more trouble. That's a 18. Ground ball knocked down by Aparicio. Picks it up, fires to Yastrzemski, and they retire Ozzie just by a half step. Sheffield advances to second. And with 2 outs, it'll be Hershiser coming to the plate. Hersheiser can swing the bat a little bit. Sutton the stretch and the delivery to Oral. Hit in the air to right field. Under it is Reggie Jackson calling and taking, and that will retire the National League in the second, but they score a run on 2 hits and leave 1 after 2 complete. It is 1-0 National League. All right, so it'll be Sutton and then the top of the order with Morgan and Frank Robinson coming up for the 61-80s. Hershiser winds and delivers. Base hit for Sutton right over shortstop. Ozzie couldn't quite reach it. Sutton's on with a single. And here comes Morgan. Hershiser the stretch and the delivery. Hey, struck him out, and Hershiser gets him on a bender. 1 strikeout for Hershiser and 1 out in the top of the third. Here comes Frank Robinson. Hershiser's pitch to Robinson is hit high and deep to right center, and Barry Bonds just watches it go. It's 2-1 61-80s on a long bomb by Frank Robinson. Sutton scores ahead of him, and that'll bring up Henry Aaron. Hershiser not happy with himself at that delivery. Aaron walks. That's going to bring up Reggie with a chance to do more damage. Big-time power in the 61-80 lineup today. Hershiser the stretch and the delivery to Reggie is grounded to Sheffield to his right. He gloves it. Looks at second. Nobody's there. Throws to Bagwell at first, and they retire Reggie Jackson by a step. So a mental lapse by Sandberg. He did not cover second. Aaron reaches second. Jackson retired 5-3 on the ground out. If you're scoring, and if you are, oh my goodness. Harmon Killebrew up with Aaron in scoring position, but 2 men out. The pitch to the killer. That one is strike 3 called. Hershiser gets out of the mess, but they score 2 on 2 hits and leave 1. After 2.5, it's 2-1 61-80s. Sutton with a new lease on life gets the top of the order for the National Leaguers in the third. Raines, Sandberg, and Bonds. Pitch from Sutton is strike 3 swinging. High gas. It's the broccoli cauliflower medley. And Raines can't catch up to it. 1 gone in the third. Now it's Sandberg. Rhino hits one on the ground to Louis Aparicio. He gloves it and throws to Yastrzemski for out number 2. And Barry Bonds. Bonds pops up. Calling is Killebrew on the infield dirt, and he takes it for out number 3. We've played 3 complete, and it's 2-1 61-80s. King of the Hill tournament. You win, you keep playing. You lose, you wait. You sit. Yastrzemski, Bench, and Aparicio, 6, 7, 8 batters in inning number 4. Pitch to Yaz is a base hit to right field. He's on with a single. Here comes Bench. Hershiser laboring. The pitch to Johnny Bench. Chopped again. This one rolls towards Sandberg. He charges hard. He throws to Bagwell. No play. Everybody's safe. Bench beats the rap at first. There are 2 on with nobody out in the 4th. Smoltz and Franco start to warm in the bullpen for the National Leaguers. 2 on, nobody out, Aparicio up. A lot of things you could do here, but Sutton's on deck. So that's a factor. Hershiser, the stretch, and the delivery. Aparicio squares to bunt, and it's a foul strike. He's behind in the count. No balls, 1 strike. Hershiser, the stretch, the delivery. He's not bunting. It's hit to center field. Under it is Barry Bonds, and he makes the catch for out number 1. Now it's Sutton. Sutton singled in the 3rd. Are they going to give him the hit sign? Hershiser, the stretch, the delivery. He is bunting, and they shouldn't have done that. That's a 7 on the bunt attempt. He bunts it to Bagwell, who turns and flips to Sandberg, and that will retire Sutton. On the successful sacrifice, the runners move up. Yastrzemski now at 3rd, and Bench now at 2nd base. 2 outs, however, and Joe Morgan at the plate with first base open. Hershiser, the stretch, and the delivery to Joe Morgan. He draws a walk. That's ball 4. The bases are now loaded with 61-80s, and Frank Robinson, who went deep in the 3rd, is now due, and that's going to do it for Hershiser. Manager Bobby Cox wants John Smoltz, his old right-hander, to come in for Hershiser, and that's what's going to happen. Smoltz will get the 1-letter grade bump because he's got the platoon edge on Frank Robinson, so he is a BXZ normally, but he becomes an A for this batter. There's 2 outs in the top of the 4th. Bases dripping with 61-80s, and Frank Robinson at the plate. Smoltz, the stretch. The delivery is hit to left. Deep. Under it is Raines on the track, and he makes the catch for out number 3. So Smoltz gets them out of the mess after 3.5. 61-80s lead, 2-1. Sutton now gets hitters 4, 5, and 6 for the National Leaguers. That's Sosa, Bagwell, and Sheffield in the bottom of the 4th. Pitch to Sammy is hit to center field. Under it is Henry Aaron for out number 1. Bagwell doubled and scored in the 2nd inning. He's up again. The pitch from Sutton is grounded to Killebrew. To his left, he plants and throws to Yastrzemski for out number 2. And now it's Sheffield. Sheff is 1 for 1. The pitch to him. Hit to left, Dying Quail. Running hard is Robinson, who gets there for out number 3. We've played 4 complete now, and the 61-80s are leading 2-1 over the 81 of the present National League. Meat of the order coming up for the 61-80s. It's Henry Aaron, Reggie Jackson, and Harmon Killebrew. Aaron's 0 for 1. The pitch to the hammer, hey, struck him out with some gas. 1 gone in the 5th. Now it's Reggie. Reggie lifts one to right. Under it is Sosa for out number 2. And now it's Killebrew. The killer is hitting the air to center. One more chance for Barry Bonds, and he puts it away. We're halfway through this one with a 2-1, 61-80s lead. 7, 8, 9 batters coming up for the 81 to the present National Leaguers in the bottom of the 5th. It's Carter, Ozzie, and Smoltz, unless they hit for him. Carter, sac fly in the 2nd. The pitch from Sutton. Hey, struck him out on a bender. It's 2 strikeouts for Sutton. 1 gone in the bottom of the 5th. Here's Ozzie 0 for 1. Pitch to Sutton, pitch from Sutton, popped up for Ozzie. Under it is Bench. He throws away the mask, and there's 2 down, and so Smoltz will bat. Sutton's pitch to Smoltz. Hey, struck him out. The broccoli cauliflower medley. Gas. 3 strikeouts for Sutton. 5 complete in the books. 2-1, 61-80s is our score. For the 61-80s in the top of the 6th, it'll be Yastrzemski, Bench, and Aparicio. Pitch to Yaz. Hit to right, but not deep. Sosa's there for out number 1. Bench, 2 for 2. Pitch to JB is hit on the ground to Ozzie. He gloves it one-handed and flips to Bagwell for out number 2. And here's Aparicio. Nobody aboard. Smoltz winds and delivers. Trouble. This is a hanger to Louis Aparicio, and that's a base hit to right. Drops in front of Sosa, and Aparicio's on with a single. They're going to clear the pitcher spot in the 6th. Here comes Sutton. Smoltz the stretch and the delivery to Sutton. Comebacker, gloved by Smoltz. He turns and throws to Bagwell, and that'll retire the 61-80s in the 6th. So we go to the bottom of the 6th, 2-1, 61-80s. Top of the order for the National Leaguers. Coming up, Raines, Sandberg, and Bonds. Sutton winds and delivers. Ground ball, Louis Aparicio. He gloves it and throws to Yaz for out number 1. Sandberg up now, 0 for 2 in the game. Pitch from Sutton. Trouble. Base hit to right field. Sandberg's aboard. He's the tying run. And Barry Bonds coming to the plate. That's going to start action in the 61-80s bullpen. For the first time, it's going to be Eckersley and Ryan. Bonds comes to the plate. Pitch to Barry is to center and deep. This will drive Aaron back. Warning track, wall, gone. A 3-2 National League lead on a 2-run bomb by Barry Lamar Bonds. Just like that, and here comes Sosa, who can do it again. Sutton winds and delivers. Kaisei struck him out. Number 4, an angry Don Sutton strikes out Sosa with high heat, and now Bagwell, who's 1 for 2. Pitch from Sutton is to center. Henry Aaron there, and puts it away for out number 3. So we've played 6 complete, and now the National League has a 3-2 edge. Every game in this tournament is unbelievable. They're all good. They're all close. Smoltz will face the top of the 61-80s order in inning number 7. Morgan, Robinson, and Aaron. Pitch to Joe is ball 4. He walked him. That's going to get more action going in the bullpen. It's Franco gets up again, and he will be joined by Lee Smith. All right, so Robinson comes to the plate. Smoltz the stretch. And the delivery is hit on the ground to Sandberg. He goes to Ozzie for one. The relay to Bagwell is in time for a rally-killing, soul-crushing 4-6-3 double play turned by the National Leaguers. Here comes Aaron, 0 for 2. Hit in the air to left, not deep. Rains toward the line will make the catch for out number 3. So it's time for the 7th inning stretch. And it's 3-2 National Leaguers looking to remain kings of the hill. Sutton looking to hold them where they're at. Ryan and Eckersley throwing in the bullpen. Sheffield 1 for 2, he's up. Then Carter, then Ozzie. 6, 7, 8 for the National Leaguers. And that is a 26 ground ball hit toward Joe Morgan. He gloves it and throws to Yaz for out number 1. Carter 0 for 1 with a sac fly. Sutton's delivery. Base hit right field. He's on with a single, and here comes Ozzie. A lot of options here now. A lot of options, and that's a big potential run on first base. And with an all-star bench, why not? So Barry Larkin is going to run for Carter. And Mike Piazza is going to pinch hit for Smith. So Smith and Carter are replaced by Larkin and Piazza. In the bottom of the 7th. On deck, Smoltz is standing with a bat in his hands. 1 out, Larkin at first. Sutton the stretch. And the delivery. Hey, struck him out. That's strikeout number 5. And we are going to see a pinch hitter for Smoltz. The pinch hitter for Smoltz is going to be Larry Walker. All right, John Franco is going to be the new pitcher for the for the National Leaguers. Walker's up with Larkin at first. The pitch is hit on the ground to Joe Morgan to his left. He throws to Yastrzemski. And that retires the side in the 7th. We go to the 8th with the score. National League 3, 61-80s 2. New shortstop is Larkin in the top of the 8th. New catcher is Piazza in the top of the 8th. New pitcher is Franco in the top of the 8th. He was a left-hander, of course. And he's in to face Reggie, then Killebrew, then Yaz. Franco is an A pitcher with a Y modifier. Smoltz's day is done, and here we go. 61-80s, top of the 8th. They need a run to tie. Jackson, Killebrew, Yastrzemski. The pitch to Reggie. Comebacker, gloved by Franco. He flips to Bagwell for out number 1. Now it's Killebrew, who's 0 for 3. The killer. Ground ball, Larkin. He throws to Bagwell for out number 2, and here's Yastrzemski. Franco winds and delivers hit to left. Dying Quail. Here comes Rains. He's got it for out number 3, and it's a 1-2-3 8th inning for Franco. And boy, did they need that. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Trevor Hoffman starting to throw in the National League bullpen. Along with Billy Wagner, Lee Smith has taken a seat. And Sutton is back out. He'll face the Rains, Sandberg, and Bonds. A pitch to Rains, who's 0 for 3. Hey, struck him out. Number 6 for Don Sutton. Now it's Sandberg. 1 for 3 with a run scored for Rhino. The pitch from Sutton. Base hit. Left field. He's on. That's going to do it for Sutton. Eckersley gets the call. To face Bonds, who's 1 for 3. Eckersley the stretch, the delivery, Bonds takes, there goes Sandberg. The throw down from bench to Morgan is not in time. Sandberg steals second. Bonds up with first base open, they're going to walk him. And now they're going to go after Sosa. 2 on, 1 out for Sammy, who's 0 for 3. On deck, Bagwell. Pitch to Eck from the pitch. The pitch from Eck is a comebacker. Knocked down by Eckersley. Picks it up, fires to Yastrzemski at first, and they retire Sosa, but the runners move up to second and third. Sandberg now at second, Sandberg at third. Bonds now at second, and Bagwell is up. 2 outs. Eckersley trying to get him out of it and hold them where they're at for the 9th inning. Pitch to Bagwell. He walked him. So we have the bases loaded with 2 outs for Sheffield. Eckersley the stretch. The pitch to Sheff is hit to left and deep. This drives Robinson to the wall and gone. A grand salami for Gary Sheffield. Open up the window, Granny. This one's coming in. It's a 7-2 ball game for the National Leaguers, and they're looking like they're going to stay kings of the hill. All right, Larkin. 1 for 3. Larkin first at bat for Larkin. He came in as a pinch runner. And Eckersley's pitch to him. Ground ball, Joe Morgan. He throws to Yastrzemski, and that will retire the National Leaguers, but they get 4 on a bases-loaded bomb by Gary Sheffield. We go to the 9th. It's 7-2 National League. Cannot earn a save, but he's on anyway to try and nail down the win. It's bench, Aparicio, and Eckersley. In other words, it's bench and a couple of pinch hitters in the 9th. The bench is 2 for 3. The pitch from Hoffman is hit on the ground to Sheffield. He throws to Bagwell for out number 1. Now we're going to get a pinch hitter for Louis Aparicio. And that's going to be Rod Carew. Rod Carew will bat for Louis Aparicio with 1 out in the 9th. Hoffman the stretch, and the delivery, it's a pop-up. Under it is Piazza. He throws away the mask and makes the catch. Oh, 35, sorry, blew that one. Ground ball, Bagwell, he takes it unassisted for out number 2. And it's the last chance saloon, Willie McCovey. McCovey batting for Eckersley with 2 outs in the 9th. Ground ball, Ryan Sandberg to his left. He plants and throws to Bagwell, and that will end the ball game. A 7-2 victory for the 81 to the present National Leaguers. Let's give you the totals. For the National Leaguers, 7 runs, 6 hits, and they committed no errors. The 6180s, 2 runs on 5 hits, and they committed no errors. No, 1 error, sorry, 1 error. Aparicio. Winning pitcher is John Smoltz. No save in the ball game. Sutton the loser. And the Kings of the Hill remain the 81 to the present National Leaguers, who are now all by themselves in 3rd place in the tournament with 4 victories. Don't forget to click like and subscribe to my channel. I need your support to keep things going. I do appreciate it, my friends. Have a wonderful day. So long, everybody.